We're going to go back to the scapula. We're going to work on protraction and retraction in the quadruped position. You're going to grab one of your blocks and place it between your legs. And here we're going to play around a little bit with that tension as well that we started out with. So you're going to tuck your toes under, because on the third rep, we're actually going to hover our knees up. So to start out with, the first set, just 5 scapular protractions, retractions, easy tension here. So I would say like 40, 50%. So retract your shoulder blades and then protract and retract and protract. And your spine is not articulating here. It's just the whole rib cage is moving towards the floor when you're retracting, and it's moving away from the floor when you're protracting. I think we have 2 more to go here. Arms are nice and long. And then last one. Good. Pause for a moment in protraction. You're going to create a little bit more tension. So let's ramp it up to about 70, 80% here. Squeezing the block a little bit more, abs a little tighter, and start again. 5 more here. So it should be a little bit harder to move, almost as if you're moving through like really thick mud here. 5 again. And 2, really trying to find the biggest range of motion. And 3, keeping the arms long. 2 more. Good, and last one. All right, whole protraction. We have 1 more set. Create as much tension as you possibly can. If available, hover your knees off the floor. And 5 more here. Nice, good, and keep breathing. Good. Yeah, last 2. And final 1. Nice, good, and you can come out of that. You can put the block to the side, and you're gonna come into a tall kneeling position. You can have the toes tucked under or untucked here. Just easy tension, flexed elbow, shoulder cars, so fingertips are resting on your shoulders. And then from here, you're gonna bring the elbows as high up towards the ceiling as you possibly can. I kind of curl my fingers under so I'm not getting stuck. And then open the elbows out to the sides, back and down. Let's do 3 more in this direction. Sweeping around. Good, reaching up. Good, and last one. Good, and then reverse that. 4 in the other direction. Nice. And again, make sure that you keep breathing here. Just easy breathing, nothing forced. Since we are using kind of easy tension. And 2 more. Good, and last one. Nice, good, and then you can relax the arms down. So you can stay in tall kneeling. If you need to switch position, you can sit back onto your heels. We're gonna go back to scapular cars. So hands are behind your head. Just lightly on your head here. You can push the head back a little bit. So what you don't wanna do is push the head forward with your hands. And then from here, let's do 5 scapular cars in each direction. So it's gonna be a little harder in this position. But it's a good prep since we're gonna work with the swimmer hover a little later on. Gotta make sure your chin is slightly tucked in. Yep. Nice. Good. And the elbows may move forward and back a little bit, which is totally fine, but you don't wanna do like a big forward and back movement. Good. And then when you've done your 5, you can relax the arms down. Good. And then we have 1 more set. This time the hands are gonna be behind your back. So it doesn't really matter how high and how low they are. Wherever you can actually move your scapulas. If you're too high up, you may get kind of stuck. And it's okay to have your hands on top of each other. Just make sure that you're switching when you go in the other direction. So going for 5 again here. 1, 2, good. 3, nice. Again, make sure you're not pushing the chin forward and up. Good, and then after 5, you're gonna reverse that. Good. Still trying to find the biggest range of motion here, even though it's definitely a little bit restricted compared to the first set we did with the arms at the sides, just because of the arm position here. Nice job. Good. All right, so now we're gonna do 3 shoulder cars. We're gonna do that in the half kneeling position. You're gonna grab the block and then set up with the right knee on the block and the left leg is forward in the half kneeling position. Good. So make sure that you're getting a really nice tuck of the toes in the back, since that's also very important when we get to doing push-ups here, so that you have a nice base of support there. Next, you're gonna go into a posterior pelvic tilt. So you're gonna tuck your pelvis under, and also think of moving your left hip towards the right heel so that you're squaring your hips off here. From here, you can just reach the arms out in front of you. You're gonna start with pulling the left heel and right knee towards each other. So you're trying to pull the floor together to create tension here. You may feel your hamstring on the left and your front of the hip on the right. And then reverse that, you're gonna push apart. So push the foot forward, push the right heel back. And again, pull together. Good. And push apart again. You're gonna hold that. Bring both arms down to your sides. Make fist if you haven't already. We're going into the first shoulder cars. Right arm reaches up, overhead, internally rotate, sweep back. Keep that arm nice and long, down to your side. And then reverse it, reach back. Unwind it, sweep overhead. And bring it forward and down. Pause for a moment, keep tension, but now you're gonna pull the feet together. Pull together. So left heel and right knee are pulling together. Second shoulder cars, reach the arm forward, all the way up. Internally rotate, sweep it back. Good, all the way down to your side, internal rotation, reverse it, reach all the way back. Externally rotate, sweep it up. Forward and down. We have one more. You're gonna pull apart again, so pull the feet apart. If you can, you're gonna hover your right knee off the block, and one more shoulder cars. Lots of tension here, and reach that right arm forward and up. Internally rotate, sweep it back. Bring it down to your side. Find that full extension, reach back, and then unwind your arm. Sweep it up, forward, and down, and relax. Nice job. Good. We're gonna switch to the other side. Same setup here. Good. So make sure that you're about hip width apart. You don't want to be crossed over or too wide. So again, you're gonna find that posterior pelvic tilt here. Find that nice tuck of your toes in the back so you can really push into it. And then again, think of reaching the right hip towards your left heel. You're gonna start creating a little bit of tension here, and then start pushing the feet apart. So right foot pushes forward, left heel pushes back, hold, hold, and now pull together. Good. And push apart. And one more time, pull together. And push apart. You're gonna hold that push apart, starting with the first shoulder car with your left arm, reaching that arm up overhead. Internally rotate, sweep it back all the way down to your side. And then reverse it, reach back. Externally rotate, sweep up, keep the tension in your lower body, bring the arm forward. And second round, you're gonna pull the feet together. Right heel and left knee pull together. Second shoulder cars, reach up. Internally rotate, sweep it back. Bring it down, reverse it, reach all the way back. Externally rotate, sweep up, overhead, forward and down. Last one, you're gonna push apart one more time. If you can, hover that left knee up. And last shoulder cars, reach up, all the way back. And then reverse. Externally rotate, sweep up, overhead, forward, and down. Nice.